nobody teaches this. And what is that? That music is actually kind of like an RPG, a role-playing game. What do I mean by that? Have you ever thought about how Jean-Baptiste sounds very different than anybody else? Jacob Collier can just do whatever he wants and just sounds amazing, right? Why can all these people have their own individual sound and it's just so effortless and incredible, right? Well, I'm going to show you how. It's because they don't practice the way that you or I were told to practice. What do I mean by that? Well, you may have had a teacher and they were like, okay, play your major scales. And then work on this one classical piece. And then they're like, okay, all right, you want to learn some jazz? Play Autumn Leaves. Make sure you're always doing the right major scale with it. Right? Make sure you're always using the right major scale. Practice the guide tones. Right? All of this stuff is actually great and is fantastic. But the problem with it is it's all the correct answer. And why do those exist? It's because we know they're going to sound good. But what we're missing is fun things that we could also do that are maybe a little bit different, a little bit weird. So let me give you a couple of my favorite random things that I've discovered, that I've practiced and incorporated in my playing. Here's one. Okay, all that is I'm going from the black key to the white key on G major. But we could do that on anything, right? It's just fun, right? That would be an example of just a little cool, fun trick that I just made up and I use all the time. Another one for me is using my left hand as kind of this rolling bass that just never stops. So I learned this from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. They do stuff like this. But what I do instead, I go a little bit slower and I let my left hand explore the chords underneath and I just let it be free, and then I practice that a lot and I get something like this. How am I able to do that? Because I've practiced it. Who told me to practice that? Nobody. That is what I want you to learn. No one is going to sit around and tell you to just wander on that one corner of the map until you've over-leveled and you got level 99 on whatever skill you're trying to go for. That is the beauty of role-playing games, and it's also the beauty of playing music. Do you want to learn how to play major scales that are different from each other at the same time, like E major and C major? Do you want to learn how to play 3 against 4 on the same scale? Whatever you want to learn, you can learn, but what you have to do is just commit to it and work on it. And what you're going to find is the more that you do these quirky things, these fun things, the more your playing is going to start to evolve and become your own. So, for example, let's say you spend a lot of time on pentatonic scales. You're going to use a lot of pentatonic scales. But let's say you start doing some weird patterns with them. It'll start to affect your playing. But maybe instead, you work on all the pentatonic scales. Now, when you're soloing and you want to be a little crazier, like a McCoy Tyner thing, it's right there under your fingers. And that is true of anything you're doing. Nobody's teaching you this because they're trying to give you the best tools. But that is a subjective judgment that's based on what has helped them. You are not them. Maybe you want to be a red mage. Maybe you don't want to be the most powerful black mage, right? You want to do your own thing. That's the beauty of music. That's the beauty of role-playing games. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Robert Monroe. Like, subscribe, follow for more. Comment one of your favorite weird, quirky things that you do that nobody else really does. Thanks, and until next time, keep on practicing.